Alright, so let's do another thing of the week. And I think I'll go back to like Kung Fu stuff in the UFC, simply because there's a really interesting moment with a very specific technique performed in one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. Volkanovski versus Makhachev won. And I think this is a cool example because it's kind of the technique that I like to use, even though it, like anything, has plenty of different variants, and I've never done this exact variant in a fight, but I've done it in sparring and such. And it's quite cool, so let's take a look at that.
Cut open on the forehead or so it appears.
Alright, so I'm not gonna go too much in depth with this technique because I've actually made a video on it, or at least on the variant that I've performed in a fight, but it's guided by the same principles and I explore it in that video. So go check it out if you want to see stuff about that type of entrance and getting a takedown like that. But interesting thing is this technique, again, exists everywhere, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of people that have watched Kung Fu films or have interest in Kung Fu as like a family of martial arts have seen this type of stuff, and it's been used in movies to signify high skill and stuff. So I at least feel like a lot of people recognize this as sort of a flashy Kung Fu technique. But anyways, let's break it down quickly and move on. Alright, let's check it out. So of course, eating up that void, as Mighty Mouse would say, cornering him, and look at that entrance. So let's go back a bit, just quickly to break down a little bit about the technique. So right here you can see how close he is to him with his foot. So he's already eaten up all that space. He's crossed the void. He goes with a 2. He's not jabbing anymore. He's already in that space. He ducks down, goes with a right, then left, but since, you know, like he's shorter and basically ducks under that right hook of Makhachev, but his momentum is going that way, while Makhachev is moving to the left because of the entry. And all he needs to do, as you can see, just scoop and go forward. Bomb. Like, I'm not sure that they consider this a takedown, but in my book it is. And of course, has to sprawl because Makhachev is a fucking beast. But regardless, this type of thing is a much better takedown than a lot of takedowns that you can use, simply because this does not take much energy. It's perfect timing, really. Bloop. A takedown that conserves your energy is always going to be better than the one that doesn't. So this is pretty cool. So anyways, yeah, that's it. Go check out my video on the variants of this type of technique if you haven't already. Yeah, a lot more coming out, guys. I'm going through my laptop and I found a whole bunch of videos from sparring sessions, all from 2022 and 2023. And a lot of this was never published, or it had just like clips and parts, maybe like in compilations and stuff. Like a lot of these are just full rounds with different people, different rule sets and stuff. So I'll definitely be uploading a lot of these soon. So yeah, I'll filter through these and we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.